I feel great. You know, this is going to be a massive fight for me. It's going to be a good fight for me. You know, we need to go into this fight focused and can't make any mistakes in this. I've been working for the last 6 to 8 months. You know, even though I've not fought for the last 8 to 9 months, I have been spending a lot of time in the gym, working on my technique, my strength, and just, you know, fixing the mistakes I make. So, you know, it's not like I've been sat at home doing nothing. I've been definitely, you know, spending a lot of time in the gym. Now with, you know, this fight, this is a massive fight for me. So I'm not gonna let it go easy. I'm not gonna, you know, let Canelo take full control. I'm gonna grab this fight with both hands because I really believe I can win this fight. That's the reason I'm taking it. If I didn't think I was gonna win this fight, I would not take it because it'd be too dangerous for me. But I know I can win this fight. That's why I'm taking it. And my team, Al Heyman, and Team Watson, you know, they've been beside me. And when I spoke to them, I said to Al, this is the fight I want. I spoke to Oscar. Oscar called me. I said, this is the fight I want. They said, if you want that fight and you feel really confident about it, let's go get it.
Fight night, even though it's at 155, more than likely Canelo will be over 160. Considering the last few fights for you have been at 147, it'll be 2 divisions above what you're used to fighting. How do you think you're going to feel that night?
I think I'll feel good because my natural weight when I spar and I have my hard days in the gym is around probably 160. So I think, you know, and me, when I fought against, like the last few fights I fought was, I think the fight against Alexander and Collazo, I was about 161. And the fight against Algiers, which really I don't see as my best performance, and I felt a little bit weak in that fight. I was only 157 or 156. So I think, you know, this may be perfect for me. I might be, you know, you never know. I mean, naturally 155 might just suit me. You know, just that little bit more. I mean, just those 8 pounds I'm putting on will help me keep that power, keep that strength, and not kill myself making this weight. So that might benefit me, you know. So at the moment we just, you know, we just continuing training like normal. I'm not really focused on, you know, putting too much muscle on. I want to be the way I am. I want to just be natural in this fight. But what it allows me to do is, you know, eat healthy and eat good portions of food because that gives me enough energy to go into the gym to work even harder. So, you know, instead of having them small portions, I can start having, you know, big plates and stuff like that of food, and I can enjoy my food this time.
You've said throughout this tour that you're not worried about his punching power. Why not?
I mean, if I was worried, I don't think I'd be taking this fight. You know, if I was fighting someone like a heavyweight, like a Klitschko or someone big, then I'd be worried. I mean, look, I know this guy's, look, if he is going to be, once we make the weight at 155, how much weight is he going to put on more? I mean, 10, 15, 20 pounds the most. If I put on like 6 pounds, he's going to put another, what, 14 pounds more than me. I mean, it's fine. You know, I think I'll be fine. I'll fight ice bar and fought bigger guys. So I'll be fine. I mean, whatever he brings to the table with his power, I know I can deal with that.
Do you see any weaknesses in Canelo?
He's a very good fighter. You know, he's a very respectable fighter, and he puts punches well together. He has decent speed. A lot of people say he's slow. Well, I don't think he's slow. I think he's just average. You know, he has good speed. He's very powerful. Has a very good knockout percentage, and you know, so yeah, he does have a lot of good things. And I'm expecting the best Canelo going into this fight because, you know, if I wasn't, I'd be stupid. So you know, this fight definitely excites me. Being the underdog, and it always makes a great story when the underdog comes out and wins. And I think this is one of them where the underdog is going to go into this big fight and win this fight.
Amir, congratulations, by the way. You finally got the big fight that you've been wanting to have for a very long time. Speaking of the press tour, let me know, how was it? Because for a lot of people it's stressful, for a lot of people it's a good experience that they like.
It's not too bad, you know. Obviously in the UK it's very similar, you know, having these media tours and with all the media stuff, and so I've always been around stuff like this. So yeah, you know, to be one of the popular fighters in the world, I think seeing all this is normal. But you know, it's just nice to be having my own big press conferences instead of watching them on television like the likes of Manny Pacquiao, Mayweather. You know, this time is my time. You know, so I'm just enjoying this. I'm soaking all this in, and this is only gonna give me that confidence and that motivation to win this fight.
You get tired of going face to face with him? You went face to face with him like 15, 20 times already.
More than that, I think 50 times. 50 times. Well, I mean, look, it's fun.
You're looking at him though, like his size and everything too, right?
I've sized him up. I've sized him up, and he's a big guy. He's big. He's thick. He's strong guy. But the thing is now we just have to do what we do best. He's not going to change. He's not going to change anymore. I mean, this is him now. The way I've seen him, I'm a little taller than him. I think I have a longer reach than him. But yeah, he seems like a very nice guy. He's very respectful. I've met him in the UK. We treat him with respect. I come to New York, and we're here in Los Angeles, where his fan base have treated me with respect. And I think that's the good thing about this fight, that both the fighters respect each other. We just did an interview upstairs together. We know that it's a business, and boxing, we're going to be fighting each other come May 7th. But at the moment, we're promoting the fight, and we want everyone to be tuned into this fight. And once the gloves are on and once we're in that ring, that's when we can probably hate each other if we wanted, or we just switch on, and go in there and do what we normally do. I'm gonna let my fist do the talking. At the moment, everything's fine. We respect each other, but I think once the gloves are on, that's it, man.
Amir, you had options. Everyone's saying that you're crazy for taking this fight. More people are saying you have a lot of balls taking this fight, but you had a Garcia rematch that you could have taken, that you could have gotten a title there and avenged that loss. You had a very lucrative fight with Kell Brook in your home in England that you couldn't take. You could have taken. You would have been favorites in both those fights. Yeah. So why go this way? Why not go to those other fights and then after those fights go to a Canelo?
Because this opportunity come, and it's such a massive opportunity, and I thought, this opportunity comes once in a lifetime, and to pull off this upset and beat him would be probably one of the biggest boxing news in the world. So and it's not like I can't do it. I can do it as well. So I thought, when this opportunity comes, I said, I'm going to grab it with both hands, and I know I can win this, and shut the doubters up as well. Then I can go back down and face Garcia, and if that Kell Brook fight's there, do that as well.
With Kell Brook, is it more of you just don't want to have him make more of a name off of your name? Because I know with Garcia, after he beat you, he became big. And is it also another reason, you just don't want him making money off of you? Because with other fighters, sometimes that comes up with Cotto and Margarito. He didn't want him making money off of him. So is that kind of come into play with that situation?
I mean, at the moment, it's not really interested me, the fight, and look, it'll happen one day. It's just not going to happen just yet. I'm looking at the bigger picture. Look, I'm doing big fights like Canelo, and my name's being talked about with amongst the likes of Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, and this fight that we just announced against Canelo. So why should I be worried about other fighters like Kell Brook? To be honest with you, I don't think they're on my level, yet. And look, he's got some things to do yet. He's got his defence against Bizia. Look, that fight might still be there for me in the UK. And once I win this fight, I can go back down and face someone like him. But look, it's all in good time. We just get past this fight. I'm not looking past this fight. This fight means everything to me at the moment. So I'm just kind of not really focusing on anyone else.
In terms of, what do you think Canelo is going to be prepared for with you, and what do you think he's going to be unprepared for? What do you think he might overlook?
I think he's going to be unprepared for the power. And he's going to overlook the power. He thinks that, okay, he'll be able to take my punch power and speed. So, time will tell. And obviously he knows I'm quick, he knows I'm fast, so he's going to be expecting someone quick. Look, this is a great story, this fight. It's an underdog fighter who's coming up, who people are going to be like, okay, can he win? But people are in two minds. Every time you speak to people, they're in two minds. Can he win? Okay, he can win, but he can't make mistakes. And for a fight like this, I agree with you. I mean, I can't make that mistake. I normally make in fights where I go in thinking, this is going to be a walk in the park. I mean, even the fights I've lost in the past, they were fights I was the favourite to win. I was meant to go into these fights and win. I've never gone into any fight as a professional where I've been the underdog, and that, for me, is massive. And I really believe that's going to work on my side going into this big fight against Canelo.
Anthony Peterson told me this week that you're going to win this fight, and despite what you hear on social media, when you go to gyms and talk to fighters, a lot of people are giving you a chance to win.
Yeah, it's a big fight. I mean, look, there's Anthony Peterson. We had that problem with his brother Lamont Peterson. So I don't think they know me, and also he's not going to say something that he's not going to say something favouring me because he likes me. I mean, if I was him, he wouldn't like me really. But he's still saying that he really believes I can win this fight. A lot of the fighters around are saying that. That's what makes this fight quite interesting. First of all, the weight. then the speed, then the power. And there's so much that people can talk about and break down. And if you break it down, it is going to be a mega fight, really. I mean, you know, it's not a fight that's going to be boring. And the fight is reaching all around the world. You got Asia, you got Dubai, UAE, you've got England, you've got Europe. This fight's reaching all different parts of the world, and these people are going to be all watching closely to the screen.
And Amir, if you win, you become the king of boxing. Are you ready for that moment?
Yeah, definitely. You know, that's where I belong. I think that's where my dream is to do that. And you know, I'm living my dream by doing all this stuff, all this press stuff, and traveling to these press conferences. And you know, so I'm living this dream. But now I'm gonna make it reality. You know, I'm gonna win this fight and show everybody that this is where I belong.
Amir, on paper,
Fight in Canelo's recent past that you're going to look at and study and see the flaws in Canelo.
You know, every fight is different, every fight, so I'm not going to focus on one fight, like, especially. I'm just going to look at a couple of fights, and but I like the fight, like, what's a good fight is a Lara fight, and you know, someone with a very similar boxing style to me, Mayweather, so I'll be watching those fights and see, but look, at the same time, you have to remember, he's an improved fighter. He's Canelo's improved, and I think he's got more stronger. He's got physically better, and so you know we're just going to be ready. We're going to watch numerous tapes, and we're going to just take the game plan from that.
Amir, skill for skill on paper, how does he match up with you? Because a lot of people sometimes forget about your amateur background. You won a silver medal. Boxing, technically speaking, you're very, very solid in that aspect. So how do you match really skill for skill how you see him?
He is skillful, you know. Obviously, he puts punches together quite well, so you can't take that away from him. I like the way he boxes. So he knows how to use the jab well. How to, you know, his defense is decent, and yeah, you know. So when it comes to skill, he's very good. I mean, I can't say I'm better than him skillfully, but I know I'm probably there with him, or maybe, you know. But you know, he is a very skillful fighter himself. But I'm going into this fight, you know, as the underdog and being the underdog. So I'm not going to say I'm better than him at this and at that. I'm going to go in there supposedly thinking he's better than me in every angle. And I'm going to train so hard for this fight because that's what's going to give me the push, really, and like the motivation in training and everything.
What do you make of him always asking opponents for catch weights? Because I know that's like a big push topic. He does that to a lot of opponents. Do you think it's right?
I mean, I think it's, in a way, it kind of suits me a little bit. I mean, maybe 1 or 2 pounds even less would have suited me even better. But I don't know why that is. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can't really answer that. That's up to him.
A lot of people say it's not fair. They say, you know, you're a smaller guy. The night of the fight, he's going to weigh 174, 175. You're only going to weigh like 160.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, that's something that maybe he thinks that's going to favour him, and he might need that because he knows that. I mean, but you know, I mean, look, it's hard to say. I mean, look, I don't know what he's going to weigh for the fight. But look, I know he's going to come ready. That's all I'm worried about. I'm not really worried about what he's going to be, what I'm going to be weighing or anything. I'm just going to be ready for whatever he brings to the table.
I assume the British boxing community must really be behind you. So is there anybody who's given you like any really great advice or who's told you something that really is useful?
I've had a lot of friends from the British media, you know. I've had a lot of British experts and a lot of the press in Britain who have been very supportive, and you know, even a lot of the boxers like the likes of Carl Froch and you know, David Hay calling me up and saying, look, Amir, this is what you need to do, and they've come to see me, and they really do believe in me, and there's a great storyline in this fight, being the underdog, being the young, being both of us being young, being at our peak, and me travelling from England to America and taking one of the biggest fights in my career. So they're all behind me, and I think by having that support gives you that push, man. I mean, I'm glad that they're all behind me and they really believe in me.
Amir, which is the real skill that you need to improve versus Canelo?
I think the real skill, you have to be very patient and be very smart in this fight. Can't really make too much mistakes, because the more mistakes I make in this fight, the more he's gonna, you know, get the better of me. So it's about me being smart in this fight, picking the right shots, and you know, just not making mistakes, because he's gonna be looking for those mistakes so he can capitalize on them.
I think you see the fight versus Miguel Angel Cotto. What did you see? What did you study about Canelo in that fight?
Canelo's he has a huge heart. He takes good punches and he comes back. He has a, you know, so he likes to trade and get stuck in. So they're little things I've kind of picked up, that he's young and he's hungry. He's a hungry fighter. So, you know, that's what makes this fight even more exciting for me, you know, that, You've got someone who likes to fight, someone who's, you know, he's a lion in the ring, you know, because he's not afraid of anything. And they're the fighters I want to fight, you know. So no one can ever say that Amir Khan was one guy who avoided people. I want to fight him because I really know I can beat him, and then that way I can shock the world. I want to make history, and this is what I'm going to do.
Are you worried because many people said that you are the underdog in the fight?
Yeah, they're going to say I'm the underdog, but you know, sometimes it's good for an underdog. Sometimes it's good because, you know, that pressure is off me, and normally I have all the media chasing me, I have all the it's all Amir Khan, focus on me. Sometimes you just need to be the underdog and be left alone, because that's the time you're going to be performing at your best level, and he deserves it. Look, he's world champion, he's got the undisputed title, you know, he's only lost one fight, so he deserves it. But once I beat him, then, you know, maybe things are going to change then.
There's going to be a lot of Mexicans in Vegas in this fight. Is worry about in your mind?
You really think so? You really think it's going to be more Mexican than British?
Yeah, amazing.
You know, this is going to be quite. It's gonna be good to see this, because we all know, like, when there's a big fight and it's at the best time, it's a Cinco de Mayo weekend, it's in May where the UK have holidays, it's a vacation time for them, it's a time where kids are off school. So I really think, you know, by having people off work, they're gonna definitely come to this fight, because we have a very big fan base in the UK, and we all know when the UK come and they support their fighter, they really follow them and want them to win. So the tickets in the UK, the allocated tickets I got, are literally all sold out. So the UK are going to come. Look, don't be surprised if you see more British flags on Cinco de Mayo.
We're going to see. I really appreciate your work.
Thank you. You know, he's a true professional. He's a very good professional fighter. So it's just nice to be amongst great fighters like that, because this is what boxing is about. It's a sport. We're not going to war. It's a sport. And he's just nice to be, you know, down to earth and respectful to me and my team, and I've done the same.
When you face off with him, what do you see in his eyes?
Looking at his eyes, I mean, you know, I size him up, and I see something like, you know, he does seem like he's very relaxed and chilled, like it's going to be an easy night. I let him think that. Look, I don't think any fighter who has fought me has had an easy night against me. You know what I mean? Regardless, I mean, if they've put me down, whoever it is, they've never had an easy night. So this fight will be fun to watch for you guys.
Amir, you're a very talented fighter. You have lots of speed, high boxing IQ. You're moving up 2 weight classes. How do you rate your power?
I think it's about 1 really, because it's only 155. So if it was 160, then I think, you know, I would have probably taken the fight. But 160 is a very high weight. So, but it's classed as the 160 pounds division. Now, you know, I kill myself making 147, and by killing yourself, you know, I put guys down in sparring, I hurt my sparring partners, even though they have head guards on, we have bigger gloves on, I still hurt people because that power always stays with me. I hit a lot harder, but once I have to drop the last probably 8 to 10 pounds, I just lose that power, I lose that pop in my punches, you know, and you can see, like, since my body's grown and I've got bigger, like, and I kill myself making the weight, I've never really hurt most of my opponents, because, you know, they take the punches, the speed is there, but they never really get hurt. Whereas in the early days, I was knocking people out, you know, had a really good knockout percentage. So I think, you know, you just never know that this weight may be an ideal weight for me, where I hold the power. And, you know, I've got the height, I've got the reach, I'm a very big. And if someone saw me, they would expect me to be a light middleweight anyway. This fight literally is a light middleweight fight.
Why did you reject the rehydration clause? Shouldn't you have used that to your advantage?
I could have, but I don't want him to have any excuses. When I beat him, I don't want him thinking that, he made me. He had a clause in there where I couldn't rehydrate. I was suffering. I was this. I don't want him to have any excuses. Once I beat him, I don't want no excuses. I'm just gonna say to him that, no, we beat you fair and square at the deal that you wanted. You know.
How come there's so many few fighters like you who are willing to move up and face the toughest challenger in the world? We don't see that a lot.
You know, I hope this motivates all the young fighters out there and all the other professional boxers, because they all should be having the best fights for them, you know, in boxing. And I had a couple of fights which it was just very hard for me to motivate myself fighting people like Chris Algiu. No disrespect, he's a nice guy, And then obviously the Alexander fight, the Kalauza fight. I mean, it's very hard to motivate yourself, you know, Diaz. I want to fight with someone who is going to give me a real test and who's, it's going to be like a 50-50 fight. But in this fight, if you look at it, all odds are on Canelo. He's supposed to win this fight, so I'm the underdog. So this is only making me train harder and it's making me more focused. One of them guys if you're fighting a guy who you're supposed to beat, I'll make that so much hard work. Because I'll not train hard. I won't be as focused. But when I know I'm in a dangerous fight and it's going to be hard, then that'll be like, okay, you know, I better fix up here and I better stay focused. So, you know, and also, you know, I've just realized, like, I've just noticed, like, in the last 6 to 8 months, my body's kind of grown. I mean, I just got big. And I don't know if that was just me just had my final growing spurt. I don't know what it is, because I really feel so strong and so big. I just didn't want to be killing myself making the 147. Still, I can make the 147 division, but I just wanted to see this new weight while I'm quite heavy and feeling strong. I've been doing a lot of conditioning, and this would be an ideal fight for me, especially against someone who is, like, in my opinion, one of the best pound-for-pound boxers in the world. To beat him would definitely raise my...
Amir, given the political landscape, nobody expected to see you appear on a Golden Boy card, considering your recent relationship with Al Heyman. Can you walk us through a little bit how that all came about? Yeah,
you know, obviously with being with Al Heyman, I wanted the biggest fights, and Al tried to get me the biggest fights, and it just end of the day getting me the Mayweather fight that fell through twice. End of the day, you know, it's not Al, it's Mayweather who probably didn't want to fight me. And then you had the Manny Pacquiao fight, who Al was also helping me, advising me to get that fight. And my team was negotiating with Bob Arum, and that fight fell through as well. So, in a way, they said, "Look, Amir, we know you. You know, in a way, we owe you a big fight." And they do feel for me. Look, there's other fights out there, like the Garcia fight I would like to have, and there's so many big fights there for me. It just doesn't seem to be working for me. And then this opportunity come where I've been working with Golden Boy a couple of years ago. I had my first contract with them when I moved to America, and I said to Al, I said, look, I think Golden Boy have a huge opportunity for me to face Canelo, and I want to really take that fight. And Al Heyman was okay with it. He said, that's fine. Look, end of the day, what I like about Al Heyman is he thinks about the fighter. And he thought about me this time and said, look, Amir, you should go and take that fight. And if he didn't believe in me, and if he didn't think I have the tools to win this fight, then I don't think I would have got this fight, or I would have took it. But because I believe in it, and he believes in it, and my team believe in it, that's why I'm taking it. You know, I'm not taking it for... I mean, I make good money fighting other names, and I can still make good money fighting other names. Or fighting in the UK. I mean, I have a huge fight there in the UK I got to take. I'm not taking this fight for anything but because I can win this fight and become one of the top pound-for-pound fighters, and I know I can win this fight.
Do you think with making this fight that we could potentially be seeing the end of the Cold War in boxing?
Yeah, the Cold War between who? Oh, Golden Boy and... Oh. Hey, no, bro. I mean, look. I think all promoters should be working together, because the only people who are missing out on this is the fighters. The fighters are the ones who don't get the fights they want, and I think by now me taking this fight will break the barriers and make people say to their promoters, look, I want to fight this guy, even though he's with a different promotion company. But look, I mean, it didn't work for me when I wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao. We would speak to Michael Collins and the Pacquiao team, they were up for it, but it seemed to me Bob Arum was up for it. And then how can Bob Arum say to you guys that Amir ain't gonna, you know, he's not big enough, he's not a big pay-per-view star. So the reason the Pacquiao fight didn't happen, just so you all know, was because Bob Arum said I wasn't a big enough pay-per-view name, or I wasn't a big enough name, that HBO turned it down.
Well,
do you believe that?
You're definitely a big pay-per-view here.
No, not that. But you know what I'd like to say is that, I know Bradley's fighting against Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao fight is going to be on pay-per-view, isn't it? A month before mine. I just want you to compare the pay-per-view numbers on mine and Pacquiao's fight. So we'll see who is the pay-per-view, who is the big name in the pay-per-view, which fight is the biggest fight.
Amir, you are the taller, and you are the little bit longer fighter, but when it comes to size, it seems that most people can see that Canelo is a lot bigger. What kind of sparring are you bringing in for training and preparing yourself to fight a much bigger man?
We got very good heavier guys. Virgil has a list of some names. I'm very bad with names. Getting punched in the head all your life, I mean, you forget a lot of things. But Virgil's got a list of names that he wants me to spar with, and these guys are going to push me back. We have a really good stable, and also having people like Andre Ward in the camp who can, you know, just help you, talk to you about a few things. So we have a very good camp, and also we're going to have a very good couple of very good sparring partners coming into camp and helping me. My reputation, Virgil Hunter's reputation is on the line.
Are you worried at all about speed that Canelo might bring to the table, or you know you're a lot faster than him?
Yeah, I mean, look, I know I'm a lot faster than him, and it's just we just have to be very smart about it, and you know, we can't really make mistakes because he's also quick and he's also very powerful with the speed. So we know what to expect.
We saw Tyson Fury go to Germany and shock the world. Amir Khan is going to Vegas.
Same thing. Tyson's a friend of mine, and I always like the underdogs when they fight. And I supported Tyson going through the fight against Klitschko. I told everyone he's going to win that fight. I got more abuse saying that on my Twitter page than even me losing a fight probably, or even, you know, having a bad performance. I got disrespected so badly of people saying, yo, you don't know anything about boxing. But then, soon as I was the only guy on television, Sky Television, to say that he was going to win the fight. Soon as that was done, I mean, everyone was like, "Oh, Amir, my bad." I thought you didn't all apologize, but look,
Amir,
yeah.
Last question. If you're comfortable with middleweight, is that where you're going to stay?
I'm sorry?
If you're comfortable making the middleweight division and you're win or lose on that fight, is that where you're going to stay?
It just depends really, because I have huge options for me in 147. So it just depends what I've got out there for me. But yeah, I mean, let's just see what happens. But like I said, there's a lot of rematches I can have at 147, which is a little bit more natural for me to make that weight. So it just depends on, we'll see what happens after this fight. But you know, after this fight, I mean, there's a rematch clause anyway. Once I beat Canelo, there's going to have to be a rematch. So I have to beat him again.